Why is it important that every Canadian knows the Doctrine of Discovery? Because in 2003, the Vatican repudiated the Doctrine of Discovery, which underpinned colonialism with origins in the 15th century, was invoked as a legal and religious standing by Europeans who discovered new lands and violently seized it from the people who had been living there. And what would happen if it was formally rescinded by the Canadian government? It would force the courts to recognize Indigenous nations as sovereign, and this means that all treaties will be required as a foundation of Crown sovereignty instead of the Doctrine of Discovery, still recognized by the Canadian government, forcing what is known as Canada to be legally obligated for these treaties. This document was created a year after the first settling immigrants arrived here at Turtle Island. And this is a story that's been whitewashed for centuries, effectively changing the world's largest landowners' holdings, all in one court case. This is why the Canadian government has established permanent bilateral mechanisms for First Nations, Inuit, and Métis Nations leaders to identify joint priorities, co-develop policies, and monitor progress. Whether Canadians understand this or not, we're in the middle of dismantling a process where one nation has control over another nation. Do yourself a favor. Visit the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada and understand the calls to action. This is the least you can do as a Canadian citizen.